Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the video session of Cantab Publisher. So students, today we are going to start the chapter number 1st of English grade 5. So you should have in your hands the English textbook 5 of Cambridge Scholar series along with the summer pack of class 5. In addition to that, we have uploaded the resource pack for English 5 for the guidance of parents and teachers, which includes a detailed methodology of teaching this book. So students, today we will be going for the lecture number 3 of chapter number 1. Our today's lecture number 3 is of poem reading and its comprehension. So our unit number 1 is a poem whose name is Four Things. So the theme of the poem is life skills education and its sub-theme is good behavior. So the SLOs that are termed as student learning outcomes of this poem is to recite the poem with comprehension, enjoy reading the poem, and to understand the idea of rhyming words. So we will be having to study what are basically rhyming words and to identify rhyming words in our poem. The next one is to identify the message being conveyed by the poet. So by studying the poem, we will be going to study the message being conveyed by the poet. The next one is to understand the importance of doing work in an interesting and creative way. The next one is to understand that every person has some special qualities that we only need to identify them. And the last one is to develop listening and speaking skills. So moving towards our poem, you have to open your page number 4 of the textbook. Here is the poem. So students, straight away you have a picture. Here is an old man in the picture with 2 children. So who is this old man? Shabash, you have to answer me. Brainstorm yourself. Who is he? He is Abdul Sattar Idi. He is a Pakistani humanitarian who founded the Idi Foundation, which runs the world's largest volunteer ambulance network. Ambulance network, along with various homeless shelters, animal shelters, rehabilitation centers, and orphanages across Pakistan. So Abdul Sattar Idi is a Pakistani humanitarian, and you have seen the ambulances on the roads, that is of what? Idi Foundation. So he is our national hero. Now coming towards our poem. The name of the poem is Four Things and the poet is Henry Van Dyke. So before going in a detailed recitation of the poem, you have to study the rhyming words. So what are rhyming words? Rhyming words are 2 or more words that have the similar ending sound. For example, goat, boat, moat, float, coat. All of the 5 words have the same ending sound. Now, rhyming words are the words that have similar ending. For example, goat, boat, moat, float. So here you have to read out your text in the poem and give me the answer that what are the rhyming words. So the first sentence is 4 things a man must learn to do if he would keep his record true. To think without confusion clearly, to love his fellow men sincerely, to act from honest motives purely, to trust in God and heaven securely. So, shabash, help me finding out the rhyming words. The first word is do and its similarity is true. Do and true. The next rhyming words in this poem is clearly, sincerely, purely, securely. So these four words are what? Rhyming in a context. क्या है? Similar ending sound. Now you have to speak it with me in a loud manner. Shabash. Clearly, sincerely, purely, securely. So, do you heard the same ending sound? That is clearly, sincerely, purely, securely. So, it has same ending sound. That is why these four are rhyming words. In the same way, the two words that is do and true are rhyming words. So, let's recall the definition of the rhyming words, that two or more words that have similar ending sound are known as rhyming words. Now, we will be going to study and loudly recite the poem. Shabash, you have to recite it with me. 4 things a man must learn to do. 4 things a man must learn to do if he would keep his record true. So how many things a man should learn to? There are 4 things. For what? If he would keep his record true. What does it mean? It means that will help the man to be successful in his life and gets the reward of heaven after his life. So what she or he would do, that he would have to learn. He would have to learn what? 4 things. If he wants to flourish in life. Now the next is to think without confusion, clearly, to love his fellow men sincerely. So, firstly, he should be not confused. He should be not confused in what? In decision making. In what? In decision making. So, he should have to think without confusion. So, it means that he should be very clear in what? In decision making. And he would not be what? He would not be double-minded. He should not be what? Not confused. Decision making should be clear, and he should not be double-minded. And to analyze, if you consider yourself that sometimes in life you have to make a decision. So in certain times you become confused and you cannot go towards the right decision, and you cannot be able to clear that what is going to be happen. So in that regard, your calculation is not that much good. So in this statement, the poet says that you should be thinking what? You should be thinking clearly, without confusion. You should be clear in your decision making, and you should not be double-minded in any situation in your life. So you have to calculate yourself and to take the decision rightly on time. So you have to love his fellow men sincerely. Here the poet tells us that as far as the relationships are concerned, as far as our relationships are concerned, you have to what? You have to be positive towards the attitude of the people, and you have to be positive thinking towards your friends, family and society. So towards your fellow men. Here fellow men means your fellows. These fellows can be your class fellows, your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, etc. So here the poet tells us that everyone should be in his relationship goals with everyone should be very sincere towards his fellows, that are class fellows, parents, siblings, anyone that is around him or her. In the next line, the poet says to act from honest motives purely, to trust in God and heaven securely. So in these lines, the poet says that this should be the aim of our life, to act what? To act honestly. So you should be honest throughout your life, throughout your motives in your life. You should be very honest. So whatever is the situation in front of us, we should do the right thing, the truthful thing and the honest thing. So we should not tell lies, we should be truthful in nature. So honesty is basically truthfulness, caring others in what? In honest manner. You should not be a liar. You should not be a liar. So you have to trust in God and heaven securely. So honesty should be a must priority, and if we will act honestly and we will trust in God, if we have trust in God, so what will happen? In all matters of life, Allah will flourish us and we will be gifted by the heaven in the hereafter. So basically this poem that a man must learn 4 things to do, that if he is going to flourish in his life, he must not be confused, he must be clear in his decision making, he should be sincere towards his fellow men, he should be truthful, honest and caring for others and cannot become a liar. So, and he should also trust in God that he will be rewarded a heaven. So this is all about the main theme and the explanation of the poem. Now here is the comprehension. So basically the comprehension is you have to answer the following question. So the first question is, how many things a man must learn to do? How many things? A man must learn to do 4 things. He should learn to think clearly, love sincerely, act purely and trust securely in God. So basically the 4 things a man should do is to think clearly, to love sincerely, to act purely and trust securely in order to flourish in his life. The second question is, how should a man think? This is very easy. The answer is, a man should think clearly. If he have to achieve something in his life, so you should be clear in your thoughts. You should have to be clear in decision making in life. Whenever the situation comes, you should be very clear and very positive towards your decisions. So his thinking should be positive and without confusion. He must have trust in his thoughts. So basically, he should be very clear in order to think about any situation that is coming in his life. The third question is, according to the poet, how should a man love his fellow man? So the poet said very clearly that a man should love his fellow man sincerely. So there should not be some hidden aims behind his love, care and affection for his fellow man. He should be very sincere, honest, so that there should not be hidden aims regarding any person. The next one is, how should a man act if he wants to be successful? So a man should act from honest motives purely. He should have trust in his skills bestowed by Allah Almighty. So the successful life should be in which manner? Whenever a person have truthfulness, honesty, so he should live a successful life as our holy prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells us many times that you should be truthful and honest. So the next question is, what should a man trust in? Very easy. Yes, a man should trust in Allah and heaven. He must have a firm belief in the sovereignty of Allah Almighty and he should be hopeful for heaven. So to trust in God here means to trust in the Allah Almighty. So no one in this universe can help a person if Allah does not want. So everything in this universe is in the hands of Allah. So we should have to be trustful in Allah in any matter of life. The next question is, what is the theme of this poem? So the theme of this poem is the trust in Allah Almighty and thinking positively is the key to success in this world and to be the part of the heaven in the life hereafter. So these are the answer of the 6th question that has been asked in the chapter. Now you have to choose the correct option and you have to brainstorm yourself and your past knowledge. An old man walks what? Clearly, securely, slowly, bravely. So an old man only walks slowly. Man must learn to think what? Clearly, securely, slowly or bravely. Man must learn to think clearly. So if he has to decide something in his life, he should be clear in his thoughts. The next one is, a man should love his fellow man sincerely, securely, slowly or bravely. Securely no, slowly no, bravely no. He should love his fellow man sincerely. He must trust in God clearly, securely, slowly and bravely. Shabash, you have to answer me. This is in the poem. He must trust in God. He must trust in God securely. So he must, the next one is, he must act with honest motives dash. Shabash. Honest motives, clearly no, securely no, slowly no, purely. He should be purely in his honest motives. Now children, you have your homework and the homework is from summer pack on page number 6. So here you have to read the given poem and answer the following questions. Tell from which SLO this question has been taken. So here you have to answer also that which SLO has been addressed in this question. So you should have to read the poem again and you have to answer these questions which are already addressed in another style in the book. These are the remaining 3 questions. Thank you so much for today's class. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.